Alright, once again, I'm low on time, and we have one more mission to do today before I'm satisfied. So let's move on. You're Eolite Sorcerer. I shall give you one last chance. Archmage? Everything about you is unprecedented in the Keeper's history. I'm willing to make another exception in your case. Go on your journey alone, abandoning your dogmas and everything else. My dogmas? You sensed it, didn't you? When Selric defeated you and your Auto Warlock stopped moving, you sensed the loss of your own dogmas. Is it because of Spiro? You have the right of it. The moment you deserted us, you should have lost Inde's blessings, and with it all of your magical powers. The only reason you could use dogmas at all was by virtue of Spiro's power. Archmage Keeldin, what is Spiro? I understand that he's a magical creature with a great significance to Keepers, but why? You are being given the unprecedented punishment of having your sorcerer title revoked. That is not for you to know. In fact, even if you were a sorcerer, you wouldn't know the truth. My title's been revoked? I'll never use dogmas again? In your quest to find meaning in your own life, you transgresssions have rendered your long years of training utterly meaningless. Wrong. I don't think I've trained at all. Archmage Keeldin hereby decrees in Ende's name that you are no longer the Eolite Sorcerer. Henceforth, you are merely Eoli. Consider it Ende's grace that you come out of this disgrace alive. Tell me one last thing. I'm listening. The summoning of the Otherworlders. That's the Keepers doing, isn't it? The Keepers wanted to turn the Otherworlders into a force to fight against Dokudar and the Mycenians. Some got taken in by Mitsurugi, but ultimately, they became a force like the Infinite Haven, just as planned. But more than that, the Keepers deliberately selected and summoned people who had a desire to battle against evil. Stop me if I'm wrong. Archmage Keeldin? That many Otherworlders were summoned via Keeper rituals? I will admit, Spiro was right. It was a necessity to ensure Alrath's continued survival. Sure, you made a force for fighting evil. You can't deny that you also spread the fighting and made it worse. The Keepers are powerful as it is. They should return the Otherworlders to their homes and stop the spread of fighting. That'll be quite enough. Now that you know the truth, you cannot be allowed to venture outside. You called, Archmage Keeldin. Take the apostate away. The dogma's already stripped of him, he should be of no threat to you. Right away, sir. I suggest no resisting Eolite Sorcerer. No. Apostate. Archmage Keeldin. What do you think will happen now that you've told me the truth? Nothing at all. All wills are governed by Ende, God of Wisdom. Then I hope you will continue to assist in our efforts against the Dokudar Army and Olympus. Will do. We'll be in touch as soon as we learn anything new. And, I hope you'll be willing to help us get back to our homes in return. You can count on it. As you know, the Keepers are conducting their own experiments and opening otherworld gates. Once Dokudar is defeated and the 7 Shinbei Dragon Gods' power returned to them, I have no doubt we'll be able to send you home. In fact, that will make the Amerian Army and the Free Pact Alliance feel better in their fight against Mitsurugi. I'm sure, sorry, I misread that for some reason. Incidentally, I don't see anyone here from the Nautilus. I'm attending on Captain Nemo's behalf. Captain Nemo and Lelouch were up awful late last night having a discussion. When those two team up, it doesn't bode well at all. Hope I'm just reading too much into it. Then I look forward to working with you all. I'd be pleased to see you off when you decide to depart. I'd like to see Iori first. He's an apostate. We will see to his punishment on our end. About that, actually. Can we come to some kind of better arrangement? I understand the excommunication is an appropriate punishment for turning one's back on the Keeper's teaching. But he's committed no crimes. Is there some way you could allow him to accompany us? You could call it exile if you wanted. I'll make certain that he hears your feelings on the matter. But this is a matter for us. I must ask you to allow the Keepers to handle it. Your tongue is silver, yet your ways are set in stone. Surely you're the embodiment of all the Keepers represent. Oh, essentially you recognize no one's justice but your own. To put it another way, you deem all justice but your own to be evil. Whoa, now hold on, Lelouch. You have any idea what you're saying? Speaking of tongues, yours is quite sharp. Just as I would expect of you, Lelouch v. Britannia. Ah, you know my true name. Then again, why wouldn't you? When you're the ringleader behind the summoning of Underworlders, and one of the highest ranked Keepers of all. What? It was the Keepers that brought us to Alrath? Do you have any basis for this outlandish accusation? The tone you take with us is the tone of a man who's already judged anyone not from his own cloth to see evil. I dare say you let your mistrust of us grow into wild delusions. Now it's turned into outright hostility. You've every right to say that, of course. But I believe my intuition. You're not a man so foolish as to make an enemy of the whole world based on nothing but a gut feeling. I'm sorry, are we talking about the same Lelouch? I want to hear your reasoning. It's Spiro. He summoned myself and Captain Nemo when no one was watching and passed along the truth to us. Interesting. So the magical creature is trying to drive a rift between your group and ours. Answer me this then. Who do you believe more? The custodians of law and order or that creature? Neither, actually. I beg your pardon. A certain personage I know was much like you at first glance. Always smiling, always friendly and affable. But deep down his heart was empty. He had no attachment with personal victories or his life. He was completely and utterly selfless. You, though? You're different. You hold a powerful desire deep down. I have no intention of accepting your cheap, two-faced act. Very well, Infinite Haven. If you refuse to believe a priest and represent the keepers, then you will be judged accordingly. In the name of Ende, god of wisdom, and a custodian of law and order, I shall subdue all of you by force. Nothing galls a prideful man like being backtalked by the very people he looks upon with scorn. I'd call that your true nature. No, the true nature of the keepers themselves. Your arrogance is deserving of punishment. Hey, wait, slow down. There's no need to resort to violence here. Nothing short of that will satisfy him. Yeah, probably not. I'm kind of the same way. Captain Kuramitsu, you too? Let's face it, we're going to take away a human being's freedom in the name of dogma. Not capital D dogma, lowercase d dogma. We were going to butt heads sooner or later. But still, Captain Daniel, tell me, as Spiro, the Keepers, and Iori, who do you believe? Iori. He wouldn't lie to us. Then the matter is settled. Naturally, I won't lay a hand on you until you leave the temple. The moment you do, I will lead a team against you personally. The fact that even now you maintain a level playing field speaks highly of your dignity. It's too late for that, Lelouch. Let me clarify something. You're certainly far from trustworthy, but I don't mind you as a person. Having desires is only natural. It's part of being human. I don't care for people that read into others' minds. Welcome to Scenario 26, Wings of Hope. Alright, time to sortie. I just don't get it. Why are we being hounded by the Keepers now? It's all his fault. That stupid boy, Ange. Oh, shut up. If you've seriously got a problem with this, feel free to surrender on your own. Sounds to me like you were kind of expecting these to play out this way, Ange. Yeah, well, I don't like any guy who's got a smile plastered on his face 24/7. And that goes double for guys who look like they're taking pity on their lessers. Ange speaks sensibly about this. I guess you resigned yourself to this Shibaraku-sensei. Considering Iori? Yes. Sensei, the way the Keepers are behaving is much like how I was, back before I could bring myself to forgive Kurama. But when I saw Wataru and Himiko, I realized how important it is to forgive people for their mistakes. Fish can't live in water that's too clean. You cannot let Iori fall victim to their puritanical tripe. I agree with Lord Jeremiah. I shall wield the justice I believe in a sword to clash with the Keepers of Order. That's my sensei! Though you're not getting deployed! Okay, that's great for you, but now we're going straight to fighting them? I see some of you are still hesitant. Fine. Look upon Selrek and the Mirror of Truth that Wataru carries. I have no doubt that you'll see something most intriguing. Could you try saying that again after wiping that smarmy grin off your face? Captain Nemo, did you send Lelouch because you knew this would pan out? I simply decided he was the most fitting person to unmask the priest. Lelouch used Spiro's secret intel to reveal Selrek's true nature, regardless of how reliable the intel was. I don't know what Spiro wanted to achieve, but I can see why he took notice of Lelouch's knack for trickery diplomacy. What I don't get is why he chose Captain Nemo as his co-conspirator. Captain Nemo and the End Nautilus have a whole lot of secrets. Spiro must have chosen him because of that. The Keeper should be coming any minute now. Hope you're all buckled up for this. Uh-oh, Danny. That sounds auspicious. You're quite the custodians of law and order, waiting to mobilize units that were fully prepared for you. Alright, Danny, see you later. I'll only be playing for a little bit longer. Your empty provocations are a waste of breath, Lelouch. I don't act on personal emotion. I am merely correcting your arrogance in the name of Ende, God of Wisdom. Translation, you're subduing us by force. If you call that maintaining law and order, I can see how much respect for it you have. It's how we've always protected the peace in Alra, if not for you to criticize. Hey, we're not here to tell people how to do things in their own world. But if you want to push your twisted logic on us, you better be ready to fight for it. Please, Selric, are you sure you don't want to reconsider this? We don't want to fight the Keepers, we just want Iori back. If we fought for each other, all we'd be doing is giving villains something to laugh about. Worry not, for the Keepers don't destroy all evil in Alra. My pride as a disciple of Ende would not permit me to beg aid from those who refuse to respect the Keepers. The way he's talking, it's like Selric generally doesn't know of the Keepers. It was the Keepers who summoned Otherworlders here. That blessed Perispiro. He fed us false intel to suit his own agenda. This fight was bound to happen sooner or later, though. Selric, isn't there some way you could give Iori back to us? He's an apostate. His punishment is for us to decide. Is that how you talk to one about one of your own? I doubt you would all understand. And that is what the Keepers of Order are. Disciples of Ende. The Keepers of Order must be stronger than all others for the good of Alra. Let them bear witness to our dogmas, and spread the blessing of Ende, God of Wisdom, far and wide. We defeat 4 Dean Bells in one turn. The Dean Bells are the band units. These ones. These are Dean Bells. So, you might notice, there are only 4 of them. So we gotta move real quick. In fact, spirits. So, let's get some of our slower moving folks into this. Actually, yeah. Okay. And get you as far as we can that way. And then from there, I'll launch them northwest and northeast. Let's put you 2 in here. Actually, if I give you a cell, how far are you gonna go? You're gonna go farther than he can. Okay. Okay. And, vitality down. You should have a cell, right? Yep. Okay. So for now, we don't care about the golems. We just want the Dean Bells to get closer to us so we can punch their faces in as quickly as possible. The golems will kill themselves by attacking us. Alright. Sortie. New Gundam. Amuro, get a punch in. That was not a lot of damage. Ready in. Can't even use the high maneuver assault yet. Yeah, everybody's gonna be super low focus for this plan. Dang. Why don't you have flash? Right. That's why you don't have flash active, because you don't have enough focus for your combined thing yet. Dang it. Okay. Get this good boy up front. Thankfully, he could use his best attack already. That's fine. We do want to kill some of the golems just so we have enough morale to do stuff. Okay. Alright, Swordy. G-Self. Nope. You. Not much, but it'll start helping. Great Mazinger. And then this is more of a melee than most of our fights because we're like everybody's just spread all around. There's no formation here. Golems are mixed in with our units, and our units are just going wild. So this is a chaotic fight. You still don't have Metamorphosize. Let's do this. Weaken a bunch of units. Oh, yep, Simon. Yep. Go ahead and just kill a target. Alright, this turn is going to be a lot of defending. Thankfully, they're attacking a target I already used Wall with, so he's not going to take much damage. That one's going to attack a battleship, which is a terrible idea. We're finally going against the Keepers of Order. They call themselves Custodians of Law and Order, yet they wouldn't deign to save Tartessus. We won't rely on others. We'll carry out our goals personally. What's Tartessus? Fuck if I know. Yay, Metamorphosize. I can use that next turn. Oh, still have Wall, so... a bunch combination sounds good to me. Let them blow themselves up attacking us. And they cannot hit him. So... sounds good. One down. Oh! Uh-oh! Isn't your thing supposed to save you from that? Your perfect defense shield, or whatever you call it? Lelouch. Oh, good. We haven't seen the assault pack attack for a while, so let's show it off.
人の乗っていない操り人形なんかにアサルトパック接続します。まずは牽制射撃。照準補正、これでとどめた。
We haven't seen Great Typhoon this game.
人形ごときが俺の相手をできると思うなよ。
Unless we did. And I just mixed it up with Russ Hurricane. A lot of nerds in this battle. And it feels like a ton because the golems are going to position themselves in ways to try and hit you hardest. So they all get their hitsies in. Okay. Good. Coupling system active. Objective is turn 3. We have to do it this turn. We have to defeat the rest of the Dean Bells. One is at 11k, one is at 6k, and one is at 7k. We also want to kill off as many golems as we can. So let me suspend to make sure I don't mess up this turn. X, smash hit. And gain. Boom. Kill the faraway one. Go ahead and provide your aura over here. Unicize is overkill. Okay. Attack. Hi, familiar. And boom data. Okay, that's that side taken care of. Wonder if that'll be enough. Let's try it. I'm gonna give him cheer from Renee. Nope. Gave him a level up, but it wasn't enough to finish off. Zero system, good. Oh, morph. Regular Horyuken is probably enough. Oh, you're at level 30. You do not need that experience. Mito doesn't either. Lelouch, though, absolutely does. Let's get kills for more people. $11K. Alright. Salt pack, you. Okay. Ange, in theory, should be enough, but I'm gonna do another safety save. Get these folks kills on other targets. Alright, Ange. No fortune. Oh well. I want to be 100% certain I hit. Nope. And unless I somehow can get you all the way over there, which is not happening. Okay. Well, that's exactly what I safety saved for. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you be careful. Continue. Yes, check for additional content. Okay. Thunderbreak. I still want you to get a kill. Not enough. Fortune. There we go. Most impressive, Infinite Haven. Your strength should be offered up to the keepers. Up yours! I don't want to hear that from a guy just sitting back and watching from the rear. I couldn't argue. In that case, I think it's time I gave this a more concerted effort. He's finally moving. Well, crap. The Zogard's got nothing on that thing. Do not use my auto warlock in that same sentence as the antique relic left to gather dust in a warehouse for a century. The Dean Bells have represented the Keeper's strength and upheld law and order in Allrath for decades. And this Wrath Dean Bell was customized from top to bottom purely for me. No wonder he completely thwarted Iori's ultimate dogma. You people should know more than anyone that there's always someone better than you. We've got him cornered. Apostate, you had the temerity to flee to Ende's chamber of all places. Deplorable Iori Eolite. No, you aren't even worthy of that. You're just Iori now. You're stuck fighting with to the last with mere martial arts, not even magic. What could be a sadder fate for a sorcerer? You've got it all wrong. Seems like I should have rightfully been learning martial arts instead of magic all along. You're not making any sense. Stand down. I'm the one responsible for his punishment. Amari? Cease your resistance, Iori. This is Ende's chamber you're in. Ende, God of Wisdom. What is that, anyway? You've forgotten even that, apostate? Ende is the creator of Allrath, who grants us his wisdom in the form of dogmas. I don't know if it's because I've lost Ende's blessings or not, but after losing my dogmas, my head's a whole lot more clear. All those memories of my training with the Keeper since I was 5, I think they're all fake. Are you mad, Iori? No wonder I didn't understand my own reason to live. I wasn't even myself. That's why I'm leaving. To find out who I really am and to carry on my own brand of justice. You still dare to resist? We'll bind you with a dogma then. Too late. Flash 1. Evil cleaving light! But I thought you couldn't use dogmas. Amari. It would seem I'm not too late. Yeah, I was able to use dogmas once you showed up. Let us both rejoice in our successful escapes. I don't like how easy that was. So, did you kill them? I subdued them by force. They'll live. What was Amari Aquamarine to you after all that? I don't know. What you don't know, you can learn. You have another reason to journey now. I don't get it, though. I've lost Ende's blessings, so why can't I use dogmas when you're around? What you don't know, you can learn. Well, I should be able to use the Zelgard now. Let's move. The Infinite Haven is fighting out front. You should have no trouble escaping out the back. Or going out the front. You're ready to fight the Keepers. I'm not going to condemn everything the Keepers do, but if they stand in the way of me and my team, I'm done hesitating. The Zelgard! Is that you, Iori? Sorry if I scared you guys. What are you doing? If you used us as decoys, you could have easily escaped. Come on, Lelouch, Iori's here to help us. But the whole point was to... You lose, Lelouch. Let's just appreciate that we've got Iori back. Yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. That's the whole reason we worked so hard to save him. Welcome home, mister. Glad to be back. Indeed, I would say that we have a true home in the Infinite Haven. Not you, Spiro. You've got a lot of nerve coming back after what you did to Iori. We can discuss that later. We're keeping Priest Selric waiting. I'm amazed you could move not a warlock at all after having lost Ende's blessing. Then again, perhaps that speaks to how defective your machine is. Prince Selric. He is partially correct. It is the fact that Zelgard was left in storage for centuries because it was a failed product. However, only a tiny handful of people know why it was deemed a failure. Spiro? The Zelgard required too much magical power from its pilot. For those that can only convert a certain amount of odd, the Dean Bell is easier to handle and is far more potent. But when those hurdles are overcome, therein lies the Zelgard's true value. How do you know all this? Simple. I am a magical creature made to control the Zelgard. So when I use dogmas after losing my power, it's because you're amplifying what I've got? I am one who shares your fate, Master. This is what that entails. A creature that amplifies magical power, so that's the product of Archmage Keeldon's research. When you join your consciousness with mine, you can sense Ulrich more strongly than ever. Now, Master, show me that you exceed Selric the Priest. What are you doing, Iori? Is he having trouble drawing out Zelgard's power? Or is it Spiro's power? Poor guy. Spiro did betray him once. That mistrust must be preventing them from merging. Blast it! I'm disappointed in you. Clearly I made a mistake in selecting you for my master. What's wrong with you, you little... Shut up and watch! If I'd known that would be the result, I would have chosen Selric Obsidian for my master from the outset. Spiro, you wretched... You direct your anger at the wrong target, Master. I believe you have something far greater to fight than I bet on you. Not the Keepers with the 3 millennia of history, but you. The one who chooses to live by your own will. Living by my own will. Go on, Master. This time, take my wings. Your wings. Ah! That feeling. It's as though the God of Wisdom himself has made his advent. Now for my dogma. No, our dogma. New attack.
準備はいいか、オプス。それはマスター次第だな。俺の意志をドグマにする。この感覚は。
This is my favorite attack.
新たなドグマが生まれる。翼よ、天をかけろ。
fucking magic railgun.
これが俺の俺たちの新たな力だ。なんだあのドグマは。
And he's the bullet. My magic barrier isn't working? Spiro, those wings are those... Yes, that is the Zelgard's true form. Though unfortunately we can only unfurl its wings for a short time span. That's good enough for me. Agreed. After all, it shows that you had faith in me, even if only for a split second. It's not that. I just really wanted to defeat Prince Elric, okay? Oh, cease the fake modesty before you make me sick to my stomach. You're even more smart-mouthed than ever, huh? Spoken like a true ingrate. You couldn't tie your own shoes in the morning without me. Whatever, you black-hearted parrot. How many times have I told you not to call me a parrot? Maybe your wings would last longer if you didn't fight like cats and dogs. Want someone to fight? How about the keepers? They're still here, you know. What a letdown. What a disappointment. I was so sure your hearts were as one. Sorry? Come now. There's being a distraction. Then there's being a distraction. Greenhalls, am I right? Like you've got any room to talk. Stellaric Obsidian, you better not tell me that's all you've got. You're Eolite. Don't get cocky, apostate. You still calling me apostate? Well, I don't need Ende's blessings to use dogmas. Not with my strength at your disposal. I'm your Eolite sorcerer. I'll walk the path of justice that I believe in, together with the Zelgard on my team. Special attack point bonus. Defeat Stellaric Obsidian with the new attack. He's still super strong though. He's got a lot of skills. And he has 2 attacks along with a map attack. We've only seen Exalt. We have not seen this. This way? There you go. Valley Answer combination. Bunch. And our new attack, I'm fairly certain it's post movement. It is not! Oopsie! I suppose you have snipe. Nope. Okay. We'll use the old-fashioned evil cleaving light then. Mind yourself, Master. Now that you've fully lost to Ende's blessing, any loss of magic focus can cause a drop in your convergence rate. I'm pretty sure you're the biggest reason my magic is unfocused. Truly, you're a master of shifting the blade. This does not bode well for the future. Screw the future, how about the present? I'll start by mastering the Zelgard's new power. Now that's an aspect of the master I don't mind one bit. Also, you might have noticed the names of his attacks changed. Upgrade again, because we just did a new big upgrade. All previously unlocked weapons gain 200 points of damage. He's got 100 more HP, 10 more energy, 50 more armor, 5 more mobility, and 5 more sight. Bye-bye, Valentas. Alright, just have a couple more nerds to beat up. Utaru is 1 away from acing. Bullseye and persist. Alright, time to see what that attack is. The Keepers summoning otherworlders? If such rash accusations proceed to light day, it would mean a serious loss of face. That cannot be allowed to happen. I shall punish those who dare sully the name of Ende, God of Wisdom and the Keepers. Same ability as the other ones, except he does it more than twice as powerful, because he's summoning more of those circles. Alright. Still a few enemies. I'm gonna get you aced. Because that is very useful. Boom. Skill set Savior has been increased. Savior, in case you've forgotten, higher morale improves final accuracy, final damage, and reduces final damage taken. So basically just makes him better. And now Ace bonus makes it better. So, yeah. That is not something I'm going to complain about. Lelouch. Bellary. Weaken it or kill it. I don't care. Weaken it. It's your big. Alright. Safety save. So... gotta weaken him. Buster. Big Bang Punch might be a bit too much. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. Okay. Nope. Flight 1. Soaring Twin Wings. Bullseye. Actually, before I do that, Spirits Resolve. Boom, boom. Cheer from Chum. Bless from Spiro. Let's go next. Iori Eolite. Priest Selric, I'm through hesitating. I'm not a sorcerer of the Keepers. I'm my own person. For someone who is a disciple of Ender whose dogmas is unforgivable. My dogmas are my life. I don't ask permission to live my life. If you stand in the way of that, I don't care who you are. I'll fight you. Pitied Selric Obsidian. I had high hopes for you as well.
奉仕セルリック、あなたが相手だろうと。やるぞ、ゼルガード。決めてみせる。勝利への道をここに。ゼルガード、その力をやるぞ。 よく転生。俺は俺の道を行く。王子は変わりません。エンデン。
Boom. This can't be right. Okay, now Priest Selric can't fight. All units, clear out of the area. We'll meet up at the rendezvous point. This fight's over. Let's go, Spiro. Not very impressive for a priest, is he? Ah! Archmage Keelden, offer my deepest apologies for failing to uphold the Keeper's dignity. Do not dwell on it, Priest Selric. No one in the world is invincible. What matters is that we learn from our failures and make something out of them. The land absorbs the feelings of its people, and the fruit of wisdom ripens in its trees, such as the essence of endless teachings. What is to be done about the Infinite Haven? If they start spreading their claims, the Keepers have been summoning other worlders. Keeping on them will be paramount, but we will let them press forward. But sir, They will fight against Dokudar and Olympus of their own accord. That is a service to Alroth. And I should at least cease to Iori Eli's punishment. Are you capable of stopping him? To Master the Zelgard in its abandoned state, even with the aid of a magical creature. I dare say he might be a better fit for the Founder than you are. The seat of the Founder, the pinnacle of the Keeper's faith. Even I, the Archmage, can only kneel before it. The seat of the Founder has sat empty since the Keeper's founding. Perhaps the time is nigh for it to be filled again. I'll be taking my leave now. There's much work to be done today after today's events. Silric still so young. Silric, Obsidian, Iori, Eolite. Never did I imagine two rival candidates emerging in this battle. Continue competing, my two candidates. That is what the Keepers desire. Welcome back, Iori. Glad to be here. Spiro, you got a lot of nerve showing your face around here. What a difference in treatment. Clearly you don't fully appreciate that even magical creatures have feelings. And clearly someone's never heard the phrase, you reap what you sow. Do you even realize how much danger you put Iori in when you backstabbed him? My master is alive, if I may point out. Precisely as I calculated. What's that supposed to mean? I deemed that in the event that I surrendered, Priest Silric would not consider my master's life worth taking. It is precisely as I said at the time. Nothing is more fearsome than death. But you were talking about your own death! I would appreciate you not subjecting my words to your arbitrary interpretations. I merely meant I did not want to see my master perish. Yeah, you can say whatever you want after the fact. Let's make one thing clear, Spiro. I still don't fully trust you. I shall extend the same words to you. If I find someone more gifted than yourself, the Zelgard and I will change allegiances. You're not going to find any other sorcerer charitable enough to merge with you. So basically, you're stuck with me. Is that how you ask a favor of others, my master? Well, he's getting extra sassy. He's keeping up his manners, but he's not deferring to Iori. I call him my master, but one might say that he and I become equals. Ergo, I will be treating him accordingly. If anything, he owes me his life. You should be more grateful. Is this me, or are they getting worse? Let them be. Others can't appreciate what it's like for two people whose fates have become intertwined. Now that we're wanted by the Keepers, I would say that our fates are intertwined with all of Infinite Haven. I expect great feats out of all of you. I mean, he's right, but it's still galling. Its superficial trivialities are enough to prevent you from accepting the facts. I believe the blame would lie with you. Keep talking, you black-hearted parrot. Do not call me a parrot. Since you gave me a name, it is your responsibility to keep using it. Fine, whatever, Spiro. We're in this together. That we are, Master. Alright. New DLC, which we're not getting to tonight. Congratulations, Ace Pilot. Well done, Wataru. Sort of embarrassing to get praise like that from you, Spiro. You're far too modest. After all, you're the savior, the one destined to save Alroth. As one who calls Alroth home, I will continue to count on both you and Ryomaru. Sounds like I'd better give everything I have. Well said, Wataru. I'm going to say you're just captivatingly cool. Hey, that's my line. Your courage and hope. I do so look forward to seeing how much they grow. While he did draw out Zelgard's power, I was not expecting him to make such a convincing showing against Silric Obsidian. It's not a question of gifts. Perhaps this is a karma wrought by my master's dedication to justice. It is the most fascinating object to study. Got 100 points. But I highly doubt that this is the last we'll see of Silric Obsidian. I question whether the master will be able to overcome that. That the master and I were both able to escape so easily suggests that we were still playing in Keeldon's hands. The Zelgard and I, vessels, and the Founder. Everything remains up in the air. But I couldn't care less if Alroth gets destroyed, so long as I survive. Cool. 100 points. I need to save some of this SP. Badly. But customization, that we can spend some money on. Let me check something. Okay. I need to give them some better upgrades. That's cost a lot, but I needed to do that to get them stronger. It's gonna be very important. Scenario 28's the big one, and it's coming up closer. Thankfully, we have 2 DLCs to do and a scenario to do before that. But suborders. Forgot to do that. Store. Let's not do Quattro, and let's do Banjo instead. Then everybody else. Okie dokie. That is gonna be it for me for tonight. Next stream is on Monday, so I'll see you folks then. But in the meantime, and big stuff happens. I keep hyping up Scenario 28 because it's important for getting the secret ending, but it's also a really big upgrade scenario as well. Then, but we've got 2 DLC to do first, then a scenario, then that. If we're lucky, we can get through all of those on next stream. But I had a blast. I hope you did too. I'll be uploading all this as much as I can to YouTube and Twitch collections and whatnot ASAP. In the meantime, thank you all for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.